Did you know 95% of adults lose the creative freedom they had as kids? In this video, I'll show how you can reclaim it and regain your natural mental sharpness once and for all, without tedious routines, overthinking, waiting for inspiration, hustling 24/7, expensive cash grabs, or willpower of any kind. Just science-backed hacks to unlock any creative idea on demand. Make clear decisions 3 times faster. And if you stay till the very end, I'll reveal how you can do this all in under 10 minutes a day. So keep watching. Your inner genius and razor-sharp mind are just 2 shakes away. So who is this video for? You're in the right place if you want to reignite that creativity spark without forcing it. Have doubts if you are even creative at all anymore. Want to make quicker, crystal-clear decisions without needing 3 coffees to do it. Escape the rut of mental fog in lieu of razor-sharp focus while talking, listening, thinking, reading, and performing any task. Or if you're stuck in a job or role that rewards sameness and boredom. If any of these is you, then today you'll discover 3 research-proven secrets to generate brilliant ideas anytime while dissolving mental fog for good. On to secret number 1. The secret rhythm your brain uses to generate genius ideas, even when you're half asleep. Ever notice your best ideas hit in the shower? That's your brain tapping into theta waves, a twilight zone where rules don't exist and magic feels possible. Scientists call this your creative rhythm. Later in this video you'll learn to trigger it on demand, without cranking up your water bill. But first, what even are theta waves? Theta waves are your brain's creative frequency, a 4 to 8 Hz rhythm that fires up during long walks, meditation, showering, and free writing. Ever had a genius idea pop up while doing dishes? Thank theta waves. Now later in this video you'll discover an even easier method to wake up the theta wave without involving any of these activities. But first, here's why this works. Theta waves silence the prefrontal cortex. Yes, your brain's inner critic. It's that voice that says, this idea is too weird, or what if I fail? No critic means no filter. Suddenly, wild, brilliant ideas flow freely. However, most people try to force creativity in beta mode, which is your stressed, alert state. Big mistake. Beta mode is where ideas go to die. But guess what? You don't need a PhD to learn how the pros do it differently. Some pros do doodling exercises to kick the brain into theta wave mode. Specifically, they grab a paper and scribble anything that comes to mind, even if it's nonsense, or even non-wordy. Then they perform a creative skill of their choice. Other experts do what Picasso did. Picasso didn't wait for inspiration. He ritualized theta mode. Every morning he'd scribble random shapes for 20 minutes. No judgment, no purpose, just brain vomit. Those scribbles became blueprints for Guernica and other masterpieces. Why? Theta waves turn chaos into gold. Okay, so you now might be wondering, is that how creative people operate? Did they just doodle, meditate, or do the dishes more often? Well, not exactly. In fact, it comes down to neuroscience, as in the brain. This leads us to secret 2. The mental block you didn't know you had and how to break free from it. Have you ever done one of the following? Stared at a blank screen for hours, brain screaming, do something? Watched your friend casually spit out genius ideas while you're stuck in overthink mode? Wondered why your brain feels like a buffering Netflix screen, all fog, zero clarity? Or secretly Googled, am I just broken? Here's the truth, you're not broken, your brain's stuck in sabotage mode. A hidden flaw that's choking creativity and trapping you in mental fog. Let's see how you can flip the switch. Your brain has 2 modes. One is the default mode network, or DMN for short, which is your creative daydreaming theta wave state. The other is the task-positive network, TPN for short, your hyper-focused, logical, get-stuff-done mode. Here's the problem. They can't both work at the same time. When you're stressed or forcing creativity, your TPN hijacks the wheel like a backseat driver. It's why trying harder makes you blank harder. This means that mental fog isn't random. It's your brain's overdrive mode. A stressed, hyper-logical state that blocks theta waves, your creativity fuel, and drowns your thoughts in cortisol. the stress hormone. Ever tried to force a creative idea? Well, that's your TPN yelling, "We're failing, abort!" And guess what? Your overthink mode and Netflix buffering brain are the exact same problem. And people who tap into creativity effortlessly, they've hacked their brain to vaporize fog and unlock theta waves on demand. Now, while some of these creative geniuses do some of the tricks I shared earlier, even they probably don't know what I consider to be the most effective, laziest way to clear mental fog and revive creativity. What if I told you there's a forbidden trigger that forces your brain into theta mode in 10 seconds? Something that even they don't know. It's so controversial, TED Talks banned it, and so irresistible that 16th century poets got hooked. Yep, it's that ancient but effective. Which leads me to secret number 3, the 7-minute genius switch, how to force theta waves daily and rewire your brain fast. Let's be honest. Most creativity hacks are questionable at best. For example, maybe you've tried meditation but gave up after day 3. Or perhaps you've bought journals that are now gathering dust. Or by chance you've invested a ton on biofeedback appointments and machines. Or even wasted money on weird supplements or medicine. And guess what? You're not the problem. The truth is, creativity advice is a mess. What works for a yoga guru fails for your CEO friend. Today, we're cutting through the noise with one universal method that's faster than your morning coffee and backed by NASA-level science. Let's go. Here's why most hacks fail. They're too rigid. Looking at you, 5 a.m. routines. They ignore your brain's biology, or they force you to just think differently. Cool advice, but how? But here's the secret. Your brain already knows how to be creative. You just need to stop blocking it with stress, overthinking, and other bad methods. Now, while yoga, transcendental meditation, and washing the dishes may work for some, I found an easier, quicker, and more effective fix that takes just 7 minutes out of your day. This involves the Genius Wave, which you may or may not have heard of before. Either way, it's a 7-minute audio track that uses binaural beats, a neuroscience cheat code, to hack your brain into theta mode. No effort, no rituals, just press play. Here's how it works. Your headphones play 2 slightly different frequencies in such a way that feeds the theta wave. Your brain syncs to the difference, 7 Hz, which is theta territory, and through consistent daily use, you'll discover fast enough that mental fog lifts, since the beta wave is silenced, your focus returns, and ideas start autopiloting. I'd say this process is much simpler than brewing coffee. Now there are 2 ways I suggest that involve the Genius Wave. You can try either one and see which works for you. Option 1. The active path. Pick something you love and want to improve at. Guitar, writing, coding, or whatever. Listen to the Genius Wave before practicing. Theta waves will bridge the gap between and unstoppable. Option 2. The passive path. Listen while doing literally nothing. Your brain will auto-detect creative opportunities like a metal detector. But here's the rule. Don't chase results. The more you unwind, the harder theta works. Let ideas come to you. Through continued use, your neural pathways start rewiring to prefer theta mode. This happens through neuroplasticity, where new connections between nerve cells are formed. As a result, creativity becomes a reflex, not a struggle. Mental fog, gone. Overthinking, silenced. So this isn't just a hack, it's a permanent upgrade. Now, as great as the Genius Wave is, I've barely scratched the surface. A proper deep dive into this goes way beyond this short video. So I've dropped a link in the description that you can click to learn more. And that's it. Now you've got the keys to hack your brain's genius mode. Drop a yes in the comments if you learned something positive today. And smash like if you're ready to try what you've learned. Don't forget to tap the link below to learn more about the Genius Wave and how it can really take things to the next level. Till then, we'll see you soon.